We predicted a bullish platinum market back in May of 2024. How did we do? How severe is the current platinum market deficit, and how long has the shortage lasted? And what evidence suggests platinum prices are continuing to rise in 2026? I'm John Caro, this is Eric Sapanik, and this is the Gold Spot. We spoke about platinum last year and made assumptions that we'll be having much higher prices due to a continuing shortage and overwhelming industrial demand. Let's take a look back at what we said last year.
The World Platinum Investment Council, I'm just going to paraphrase this. The precious metal is now forecast for a market deficit of over 476,000 ounces in 2024, from prior expectations given in March of 418,000 ounces. Here's some of the numbers, and we're going to put up these charts for you, and these numbers are they're really going to surprise you. If you look at the platinum market first, we've seen about between the bottom of the market to the top of the market, from the low to the high, about 120% float between where we've seen it at the very bottom to the very top. Is it platinum's turn to make it shine? I don't know. But I will say this, you're not talking about the general public right now buying a commodity. You're talking about major industries having to fight for it physically. And it is rare.
Short on supply, increased demand. That smells like upside.
Smells like upside potential to me.
Eric, what's going on today?
Well, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a chart up here. Platinum has just absolutely taken off. Look at this chart. My goodness. The low, if you see here, we were about 905 at the beginning of the year on the actual low point of the year. Then we popped up to $1,930 an ounce. That's a 113% move.
So looking through the rearview mirror, it looks like our analysis was spot on with current conditions. Of course, looking backward is 2020, but give us an idea of what's going on right now.
According to the World Platinum Investment Council, we have had some major deficits for 3 years running now. I'm just going to go through the last 3 years. 2025, 692 kilo deficit. 2024, 939 kilo deficit. 2023, 710 kilo deficit. And it doesn't stop there. Our mining supply right now is down over 5%, lowest since 2014, excluding the COVID impact of 2020. Above ground stockpiles are falling to 3,187 kilos by the year end of 2025. This is the lowest since 2020. We know that the deficits are there, but what are the major upside potential indicators? John?
First of all, price performance tells us that there's increased demand. Well, platinum is up 97% year to date. It's actually higher than that this morning. It's still $800 an ounce below the all-time high adjusted for inflation. There's tightness in the physical markets that we don't see loosening anytime soon. Lease rates, they're 15% above average right now. In 2024, they were 1%, now they're 15%. They peaked at 40% in mid-July of 2025. The continuing shortage of metal in the spot market is going to keep the pressure upward on the prices. And we're depleting the metal stocks in Europe and anywhere else it's stored. It's a very tight, high demand situation, and the supply isn't keeping up.
When you say the depleting of the metals, that's the same thing that's going on with the silver depositories as well, and also the gold depositories as well. This is a common theme right now in the commodities market. If you haven't seen it, the ETF markets are starting to lose their leverage because they don't have the supply, because these types of huge banks and countries are pulling the actual physical asset from these depositories. This is something that is not just platinum. This is silver, this is gold, this is everything right now. And everyone should be aware of that.
And this is a major change in the marketplace.
Oh, most definitely.
The basic problem, even though platinum prices have shot up 97+% and demand is overwhelming, the people who create the supply can't just turn on the faucet and create more platinum. It has to be dug out of the ground, refined. It takes a long time to get there.
Well, especially even if they know where these mining productions are. To try to just break ground on something like that will take 5-10 years. So that's absolutely a huge part of the problem, that the demand can keep going. Prices can keep rising quickly, but it's not going to make any motivation for anyone to dig faster. It's just not possible. But in 2025, the investment demand, I mean, we're over 742 kilos. That's a 5-year high. Here's another one. Here's China again. Bars, coins, demand for platinum up 73% in 2025. That's huge. And also, going back to the ETF holdings, it could continue to accumulating the precious metals allocation, and it's just going to continue to increase. I mean, these are, some of the fundamental problems that are making the prices continue to rise.
So Eric, what's the bottom line for 2026?
Well, the bottom line is this. If you look at like the research that I've done, especially what the World Platinum Council has done, they are very much thinking that there's a big possibility that there might be a sell-off coming up from all these ETF markets, and with that sell-off will then give the reallocation of those metals back into the production that is needed. But with that being said, if that doesn't happen, then the deficits continue. And if those deficits continue, the price is going to continue to rise. Now, here's the thing. I personally don't think that the types of entities that are investing in these platinum ETFs have any illusion that they can make more money if they just hold. And for that reason, I think that I'm going to go bullish right now in 2026. I think it's going to continue to rise. We're, like we mentioned before, we're $800 if you take the inflated adjustable number to the high. I think they're going to wait for the high, and I think they're going to try to exceed the high. I believe every metal out there right now is prone to, which have not already met their highs, but platinum, it's got more room to go, and I think it's going to happen. So with that, I mean, maybe you can kick us off into the Christmas season.
We're only 6 days away from Christmas. We still have available our single silver bullet special for $99. If you want to get 6 silver bullets, it's $475. Makes a great gift for anyone in your family. And we'll see you next week on the Gold Spot.
If you enjoyed today's Gold Spot, like or subscribe to both our YouTube and Rumble channels. Also, comment below if you have any questions or if you'd like to hear us talk about a specific topic in a future video.